Your refrigerator is currently harboring a secret threat. It appears innocent. Even though you've likely been drinking it for years after the age of 60, it may be depleting your vitality, stiffening your joints, and subtly raising your chance of heart issues, all without you knowing it. According to a comprehensive study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, some popular milk varieties that are frequently marketed as healthful are actually directly associated with increased inflammation, weakened bones, and even accelerated cognitive decline in older persons. The type of milk you consume isn't the only issue. It's the effect that milk has on your deteriorating body over the course of weeks, months, and years. I now understand how reassuring the cup of milk in the morning can be: the warmth, the regularity, the memories it evokes. But what if I told you that you could feel lighter, smarter, and more alive, as well as safeguard your heart and bones? By simply flipping one switch, we all have to deal with age, but having a sense of strength, equilibrium, and control, you still have the option to select that each and every morning. In this video, I'll show you for milk varieties that people over 60 should absolutely stay away from, along with for effective substitutes that can boost your energy levels, aid in better digestion, and even promote better sleep and memory. And believe me, you're probably unaware of the existence of one of these excellent milks. However, according to scientists, it may help shield your brain and lessen inflammation. So stick with me through to the very end. Remember to hit like and subscribe to Elderly Health, your channel for shrewd, useful health advice tailored specifically for seniors. If you value your independence and well-being in your later years, and give me a brief remark, which type of milk do you often consume? I would adore hearing from you. Now, let's move on to the first milk that may appear innocuous but may be endangering your heart on a daily basis. Whole milk comes first. It's creamy and delicious, and it probably makes you think of breakfasts in your early years or that hot cup right before bed. However, whole milk subtly transforms into something else totally for those over 60, posing a steadily increasing risk to their heart. You see, there is more than 4.5 grams of saturated fat in just one cup. That may not seem like much, but Harvard researchers discovered that consuming whole milk on a regular basis is associated with an 18% higher risk of cardiovascular disease in older persons. Our metabolism slows down and our arteries naturally stiffen as we age. This indicates that the body no longer processes fats as it once did. Thus, each time you pour that glass, it's like subtly increasing the pressure on your heart, which builds up over time. During a walk, you may experience shortness of breath or an unexplainable heaviness in your chest. It's simple to attribute the symptoms to aging, although diet is frequently the cause. The other problem is this. Additionally, whole milk has a lot of calories, which is an issue when movement slows and muscle mass decreases. Gaining even a little weight increases the strain on your back, hips, and knees, not to mention deteriorating renal function and increasing the risk of type 2 diabetes. Furthermore, a lot of elderly people develop lactose intolerance without recognizing it. Thus, your stomachache or bloating may be directly related to that glass of milk. Therefore, what appears to be comfort may actually be concealed stress on your whole body. Additionally, it may be time to stop using whole milk and switch to something more intelligent when your joints, gut, and heart are already exerting more effort around the age of 60. Let's go on to the following one, and because it's encased in nostalgia and sweetness, this one hurts deep. Sweetened condensed milk comes next. That tiny can may bring to mind sumptuous delicacies, family vacations, or a creamy way to top your morning joe. However, such sweetness conceals a serious danger. 1 tablespoon, yes, 1 tablespoon contains about 10 grams of added sugar. Furthermore, nobody uses a single spoon. Let's face it, numerous studies published in the Journal of the American Medical Association have demonstrated a direct correlation between older persons' cognitive deterioration and diets heavy in added sugar. For this reason, some scientists have even begun to refer to Alzheimer's as type 3 diabetes. Consuming concentrated sugar, such as condensed milk, causes your blood sugar to rise quickly. Over time, wear and tear accumulates as your pancreas swings into overdrive, impact your brain as well as your metabolism. Has your tendency to forget small details increased? Is your mind cloudy? Or are you simply more exhausted than normal? Senior moments aren't the only ones. These can indicate that sugar is impairing your ability to think clearly. And one of the worst offenders, in spite of its homey charm, is condensed milk. It's also difficult for your stomach. Its syrupy consistency causes bloating, heaviness, and sluggishness while also slowing down digestion. Everything seems tougher. Your energy levels drop and your sleep is disturbed. Additionally, sugar damages blood vessels covertly and increases the risk of stroke by inflaming arteries and elevating triglycerides. Dessert isn't the only thing at stake. It's about how small daily routines eventually lead to significant repercussions. The next milk appears to be wholesome, but it contains a nasty surprise, so let's go on. Let's now discuss rice milk. It sounds soft, doesn't it? Ideal for elderly people who are lactose intolerant, it is plant-based and dairy-free. Here's the reality, though. No one informs you. One of the worst options for senior citizens may be rice milk. White rice and water are the main ingredients. That may seem innocuous, but what you're really consuming is a glass of nearly nothing that your body actually needs, and something that it most definitely doesn't. To begin with, it contains very little protein. Typically, 1 cup of rice milk has less than 1 gram. This is an issue for anyone over 60. As you age, your muscles naturally deteriorate. We refer to it as sarcopenia. Additionally, your strength, balance, and mobility deteriorate significantly more quickly if you don't get enough protein. You may find that getting out of a chair feels more difficult than it used to, or that you are feeling more exhausted. Your body is requesting assistance at that moment. Additionally, rice milk isn't providing it. Here's the actual risk, though. Arsenic, a hazardous heavy metal, is absorbed by rice from the soil, and that arsenic gets more concentrated when rice is turned into milk. According to a Consumer Reports investigation, prolonged exposure to inorganic arsenic from rice-based goods can cause liver stress, kidney damage, and an elevated risk of cancer, particularly in susceptible people whose organs are already compromised. The high glycemic index of rice milk exacerbates the situation. Despite being dairy-free, it quickly elevates blood sugar levels for elderly people with type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes. That could be catastrophic. Some manufacturers even make this ostensibly light milk into a blood sugar explosion by adding additives. Therefore, even if rice milk has a healthy label, it has hidden hazards and important nutrients that your body doesn't need, especially not right now. The following one is even more cunning and might be in your refrigerator right now, so let's continue. The topic of flavored plant-based milks is now covered. They appear to be a health improvement. Flavors and vitamins can be added to almond milk with vanilla, oat milk with chocolate, or even coconut milk. But the truth comes out when you turn the label. Many of these milks are actually just disguised sweetened beverages. The majority of flavored milks have 10 to 15 grams of added sugar per cup. That is roughly equivalent to a can of soda. Additionally, if you believe that cane syrup or fruit juice concentrate are superior than sugar, reconsider. Your body is unable to distinguish between the two. Even now, that sugar raises blood sugar, strains the pancreas, and aggravates joint and brain inflammation. According to a neurology study, older persons who consumed a lot of added sugar had a much lower brain volume and did poorly on memory tests. Diabetes and weight are no longer the only issues. Sugar is subtly altering your brain's functioning, and not in a positive way. But sugar isn't the only factor. Artificial gums, thickeners, and emulsifiers are frequently added to these flavored milks to give them a creamy, shelf-stable texture. These compounds can lead to bloating, inconsistent bowel habits, and even disrupt hormone balance in people with sensitive digestive systems. particularly those over 60. Some even contain artificial vitamins that your body is unable to absorb. Therefore, even though the label reads fortified, your body receives little of it and pays the price in inflammation and confusion. Now that we've seen the milk varieties to avoid, let's change our focus because the next section is both delicious and promising. Let's examine the for intelligent milk options that genuinely promote the health of senior citizens. Let's begin with fermented soy milk, a potent switch. Despite being one of the best milk options for senior citizens, this one doesn't receive nearly enough attention. Now, I'm not referring to ordinary carton soy milk. I'm referring to fermented soy milk, the type that provides your body with probiotics and protein in one delicious drink. Let's start by discussing protein. Your body loses muscle more quickly after the age of 60. Aging is a natural aspect of it. Seniors therefore require more, not less, high-quality protein. Complete protein is provided by fermented soy milk, which has all 9 of the important amino acids your muscles require to remain healthy and powerful. A study published in the American Geriatric Society journal found that seniors who eat adequate, complete protein each day are 40% less likely to have a handicap related to their mobility. However, it doesn't end there. Isoflavone, a plant component found naturally in soy, subtly mimics estrogen in the body. In postmenopausal women, this preserves bone density. According to the Brain Research Bulletin, isoflavones have been demonstrated to improve memory, cognitive function, and even emotional equilibrium in both men and women. This is where the magic of fermentation occurs. Soy is an excellent option for people who have slow digestion or bloating since it becomes easier to digest when fermented. Additionally, it contains probiotics or beneficial microorganisms. Your gut must boost immunity, lessen inflammation, and enhance mood and sleep. Brain and gut health are closely related, and one of the greatest resources for both is fermented food, very low in saturated fat, free of cholesterol, and served warm in the morning or evening with a glass of fermented soy milk. Surprisingly reassuring. This one adjustment could provide your body with the building blocks it has been lacking. If you have been depending on conventional dairy products or avoiding milk entirely, are you prepared for yet another gradual upgrade? Now let's discuss a milk that is mild, easy on the stomach, and subtly effective for the heart and brain. Almond milk unsweetened comes next, a kind but strong ally. It may appear to light and thin at first to be of much use. Don't be duped, though. One of the healthiest and most senior-friendly options available is unsweetened almond milk, particularly if you're keeping an eye on your stomach, memory, or heart. First, let's look at its shortcomings. Not much saturated fat, no cholesterol, and above all no added sugar. As a result, unlike sweetened milks, it won't cause blood sugar spikes, pancreatic stress, or fatigue and haze in as little as 12 weeks. Older persons who cut back on added sugar experienced gains in verbal recall, mood, and memory. According to a research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, cutting the sugar alone has resulted in a noticeable and tangible impact. This is where almond milk excels, though. Vitamin E, a fat-soluble antioxidant that shields your brain cells from oxidative damage, is abundant in it. Seniors who consumed more vitamin E had a much decreased risk of Alzheimer's disease. According to research published in the Archives of Neurology, drink by drink, it's like putting an invisible shield over your brain. Then there's the issue of digestion. By nature, almond milk is easy on the stomach. No heaviness, no lactose. This milk frequently provides quiet relief for elderly people who have irregular bowel movements or feel bloated after dairy. It goes down smooth and light whether you blend it into a smoothie or add it to your porridge. It has only 30 to 40 calories per cup, which is extremely minimal, making it perfect for blood sugar management or weight monitoring. Additionally, you can add a few drops of real vanilla or a sprinkle of cinnamon if you're wanting taste. You maintain control in this way. Let's move on to a really nourishing option. Calcium-fortified oat milk if you're searching for something a bit creamier, something that strengthens your bones, and even something that improves your quality of sleep. Let's now discuss oat milk. Not just any type, though. You should use calcium-fortified oat milk if you want to see significant improvements in your sleep and bones. It's soothing and creamy, and with the appropriate choice, it can serve as a silent daily guardian for your aging body. You know, bone loss accelerates after age 60, particularly in postmenopausal women. This explains why so many elderly people sustain fractures from what were formerly minor bumps or slips. Here's the good news, though. Vitamin D and calcium can significantly halt such bone weakening. A meta-analysis that was published in The Lancet found that older persons who took calcium and vitamin D on a regular basis had a 30% lower incidence of fracture. And without the weight of dairy, that's precisely what calcium-fortified oat milk provides. A smooth, naturally sweet beverage that is pleasant to enjoy at any time of day. It provides strong bone support. There's more, though. Beta-glucan, a unique kind of soluble fiber found in oat milk, binds to cholesterol in the stomach and aids in its removal. Just 3 grams of beta-glucan daily could lower LDL cholesterol by 5 to 10%. According to a research trial published in Nutrition Reviews, simply selecting the appropriate milk can result in improved heart health. Without the need for medication, it's also quite easy on the stomach if you choose clean brands. There will be no lactose or additives, and a lot of people don't know this secret. In fact, consuming warm oat milk prior to bed can promote deeper sleep. The body's sleep chemicals, melatonin and serotonin, are stimulated by its natural carbs and silky texture. The effect of soothing your nervous system, it's helpful and real. Let's examine something even more unexpected now, though. Omega-3-rich milk that reduces inflammation and shields your brain and joints. It might end up being your favorite, but most people don't even think about it. Let's end this section with a little-known treasure. Milk made from flax. Flax milk is gradually becoming as one of the best-kept secrets. For seniors who wish to age healthily, even though you might not see it in every refrigerator, especially after 60 omega-3 fatty acids, it is light, creamy, and full of what your body really needs. More precisely, ALA, a plant-based omega-3 that supports joint function, reduces inflammation, protects your brain, and even elevates your mood, is found in flax milk. And it's not simply sentimental rhetoric. In addition to reporting less joint pain and stiffness, older persons with higher omega-3 levels did noticeably better on memory and attention tests. According to a study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging, low-grade inflammation develops subtly as we age. It could manifest as knee pain, mental haze, or simply the persistent, burdensome feeling of exhaustion. By reducing inflammation before it worsens, omega-3 fatty acids function as a natural extinguisher. Additionally, flax milk provides it, without the cholesterol or fishy flavor of marine oils. That's not all, though. Additionally, the majority of flax milks available today are supplemented with calcium, vitamin D, and vitamin B12, 3 elements that support healthy bones, nerve function, and energy metabolism. For elderly people who might no longer be able to absorb certain nutrients as well, that is especially crucial. Flax milk is also naturally low in calories and fully lactose-free, which makes it mild for delicate stomachs in contrast to many dairy substitutes. It leaves no weight behind, just pure, plant-based food that your body understands and values and mixes well with coffee, smoothies, or cereal. Let's wrap off our discussion of the top 4 milks for senior health with a heartfelt and encouraging message to assist you go forward, one wise decision at a time. Every little choice has a bit more significance at this point in life. Even something as basic as adding milk to your coffee in the morning has evolved beyond a simple habit. It's either gradually working against your body or supporting it in maintaining its strength and independence. For popular milks that could be causing harm to your heart, joints, digestion, and even memory were covered in today's lesson. More significantly, though, You've found for easy substitutions, for subtle yet effective options that help preserve your brain, build stronger bones, and provide comfort without sacrificing quality. The best aspect is that you don't have to make drastic changes right away. Start with a single, tiny switch. Perhaps tomorrow morning you will reach for fermented soy milk rather than that whole milk container, or knowing that it's strengthening your heart as you drink, you add a little almond milk to your tea. You have a right to feel light, composed and in charge, not today, but every day after that. You don't have to give up your favorite habits as you become older. It entails improving the intelligence of those routines. Additionally, your body and spirit will appreciate you in ways you never imagined when you choose foods that genuinely support you. I would love to know if this video resonated with you and if it inspired you to do anything. Tell me which milk you intend to switch to in the comments section below. If you're prepared to take that step, simply type the word strong. Please click the like button and sign up for Elderly Health if you found this useful. Here, we're creating a place for seniors who wish to live well, maintain their intelligence, and take pride in each decision they make day by day. Cheers to a better tomorrow, strong bones, and clear thoughts. Let's start with your current cup.